Well, QR codes seem to be everywhere. They bring you to restaurant menus, payment screens, apps. This one's okay, by the way. If you scan this, it's going to bring you to this story we're about to show you. Not all QR codes are good, though. So the pandemic made them popular and thus a target for scammers. A Where's the Money investigation finding out that scammers are using that technology to get to your information. And WCNC Charlotte's Jane Monreal shows us how to protect yourself.
10 years ago, Guinness World Records verified the largest QR code right here in Charlotte. Most of us probably never even heard of the term back then. And while China is now the current title holder and the paint on this NOTA building has faded over the years, quick response codes are big, bold, and sometimes even brazen. QR codes gained popularity at the height of the pandemic when people with cabin fever went out to eat. And in a COVID world, touchless menus gave us instant access. Now we see them for other information, from where to sign up for pickleball to your local news and weather. A crypto company just spent roughly $14 million for a Super Bowl ad for what appears to be a modern QR version of Pong.
Apparently it was a big enough attention getter and a big enough draw for Coinbase that it got other entities, scammers involved in this, saying, well, if there's that many people that are willing to click on QR codes in a situation like that, we've got to ramp these out.
Like the parking scam that happened in Austin, Texas, early January. Criminals putting their own QR code and sticking it on parking meters like this one. And when people used their phone to pay, victims landed on a dummy website and were asked to put in their personal information, like credit card numbers.
Nobody can tell one QR code from another just by looking at it. That's one of the beauties of a QR code. But you can always tell where it takes you. And so that's where it's critical, is to look at that URL, look at that web address, and does it match up with where you think you should be?
North Carolina Attorney General Josh Stein is now echoing the BBB's warning to check the URL, make sure the QR code hasn't been tampered with or has a sticker on top, and never give personal information unless you're certain the website's authentic. In Uptown, Jane Monreal, WCNC Charlotte.
Good reminders there. Hey, if you think you've been scammed here in North Carolina, you can call the State Attorney General's office. That number is 877-5-NO-SCAM.